seriously, now I keep bringing it up. I was told I do this little dance, and now I can't help it. It's like nonstop. So, that's okay. That's okay. Hey, oh my gosh. Hello, let's do this. Alrighty. We are ready for these. Alright, Hannah, I'm sending you a. And we can get this chatty started. It's a party. Oh my gosh, I really do it in some. Hey, girl.
Hi.
How are ya?
I'm dead. I'm so sorry.
No, seriously, don't worry about it at all. I was like double checking the time zone, and sometimes there's been confusion before life happens. Do not worry about it.
Oh my gosh, we got 2 notes today, which is so random.
And one of them got out.
Yeah, we don't know anything about what we're doing. It's okay.
But the goat's okay now.
Yeah, everyone's got what they're supposed to do.
Perfect. How many goats do you have? You just got your first one?
We just got 2 today.
Okay. Well, don't worry about it. I'm glad you're here. No big deal. Little things.
Thank you. I appreciate your kindness.
Of course. Super flexible. Don't you worry. So I'm going to start off with a little intro and then we'll get started, okay? So like I said, super glad to have you. So hi, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of Chat E. For anyone that does not know me, my name is Ellie, and Chat E is an opportunity for young entrepreneurs, content creators, people that are just impacting the community, spreading awareness to tell their stories, to motivate and encourage people in this crazy time and just in life when things seem hard. So my guest tonight is the wonderful Hannah Setzer. I have been following her journey for quite some time on Instagram. She is absolutely amazing. She's a business owner, a writer, an advocate, and this created the Feeding Tube Fitness. So we're going to learn about her fitness journey and all that Hannah is about this evening. So like I said, super glad you found the goat and really excited that you're here.
Thank you so much for having me. This is so fun.
Yes, super fun. So is there anything else you want to kind of share about yourself to further the intro?
Yeah, so I am known as four teenage boys, and we are foster parents / adoptive parents.
Amazing.
And to four teenage boys. And my husband and I obviously live on a farm. We don't have goats in the city.
Yeah.
We own a farm out in outside Richmond, Virginia, in a small town called Powhatan. We had goats and geese and chickens and pigs and dogs and cats and
lots of animals on the farm.
Yes, I'm trying to convince my husband to get a miniature cow. He's not into it, but I have hope that I can change his mind. Yeah, I am a disability rights advocate by trade. And yeah, entrepreneur, fitness person, all the things.
Yeah, you are like going past every hurdle. I think you are so amazing. And just in our world, from everything that I've seen, like I said, I've been really excited to talk to you. And you are such an advocate in every way and showing people with and without special needs that you are capable of doing anything that you want to. And you have checked off so many different things on the list, which is amazing. And I know you'll only continue to do that. So to hear about all of the different things that you're up to, you're very multifaceted, I can tell. So really great, really cool.
Yeah.
So your Instagram handle is Feeding Tube Fitness, and I know that fitness is a really important part of your life. Do you kind of want to share how you got started in that and how Feeding Tube Fitness became such a big part of your life?
Yeah, definitely. So on January 1st, 2018, I decided to lose my body, work out, whatever, for 30 days, just like a New Year's resolution.
Sure.
Like
Right.
Sure. And in the 30 days, came and went, and I was feeling great and loved it. So I was like, oh, I'll go for 50. That came in like 100. And so that was like over 3 years ago now, 3.5 years ago. and I haven't stopped moving. And it definitely, I had a mindset shift from working out to intentional movement.
Right.
And it's definitely, to me, not the same.
Right.
Intentional movement is, can do anything, like me going for a walk with my kids, going to the skate park, going to the swimming pool. Like,
Sure.
it's not always things that people are like, oh, that's a workout. Like, I'm not burning thousands of calories. I'm not, like, weighing myself. I'm not always dripping in sweat.
Right.
But if you just count it all as intentional and say, like, I am choosing to move my body in these ways today, then to me, like, it all counts. And so I started this account in the end of August 2018, so almost 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I literally never thought it would, like, blow up. I thought,
Sure.
like, I had been moving my body for almost 9 months up to that point, and my friends were tired of me talking about it on my regular Instagram account.
Sure.
So they're like, oh, just make a fitness account, whatever. And I was like, okay, like, nobody cares about this. Yeah, and it has been amazing. I've met so many people and learned so many things and had awesome opportunities like this to
Totally.
connect
Yeah.
with awesome people, and
Yeah.
it's really great. I'm really grateful for this account that I have and the community that I have, and it's all great.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think fitness is like something that people are either super in, there's a couple different things, right? They're either super into it, they want to be super into it, and it's not happening, or they're just not interested. And I feel like your consistency and like drive and push and like over every hurdle and just like encouraging other people to go after it, despite anything that you're dealing with or anyone in life, like, right? We all got our stuff. So, like, to be like, hey, this is something you want, it affects you to like makes you feel better both physically, emotionally, like in every way, mentally, right? Mental game is like such a huge part of it. And that's something I'm working on right now too. I'm like, you know, have some weight I want to lose and different things, but it's hard. Like you get busy and I have excuses all the time. So we'll have to talk about this because we'll have to talk about it. But I mean, I think it's so encouraging and really cool that it was not in your plan to start something and it was just something that you was your resolution, which so many people give up on, and you kept it going.
Yeah, like you were just saying, I just saw so many benefits from it, like emotionally and mentally. And
right.
3 years ago, it was just my husband and I in a small apartment house downtown, and like we didn't have any kids, like none of the things that we have now we had, and like I definitely attribute moving every day, like, to hit the shade and to hit all the things moving, like.
Totally.
And even throughout those 3 years, I've had 2 pretty big surgeries. I had my spleen taken out in February 2020, right before everything shut down. And this February, I had a broken jaw. And, like, I just moved through it all. Like, movement definitely helped heal me faster. And I mean, that movement was, like, lots around the hospital, you know, it wasn't, like, crazy stuff. But it definitely, like, I've had lots of surgeries, and these 2 I have healed so much faster and better than any surgery before because my body is just so, like, doing what it was designed to do. Like,
sure.
Which is awesome.
No, absolutely. And there's so many ways to work out, you know, like so many ways to like help your body. So did you say, what is your like preference at this point in exercise? Because we're kind of going to dive into like some of the things that you promote and like some of the things that you offer, but what is your preference in regards to like types of fitness?
Right now, my husband just started working out with me, and
That's awesome.
when I tell you, like, for the past 3.5 years, like, he has never, but he does not interested, he does not want to, he doesn't care about fitness.
Sure.
Which is like, totally, like, okay, that's fine, like, he's healthy, he's not, like,
right.
unhealthy, he's fine.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, like, probably 3 weeks ago now, he was like, okay, I'm gonna start lifting weights with you.
Totally.
And I was like, okay, and I expected him to do it for like 2 days and then just do it this. But he's been going strong for 3 weeks, and
that's amazing. Good for him.
Yeah, so we are lifting weights right now, which I love to do.
Yeah.
And just going through lots of walks with our kids and playing basketball, chasing animals around the town.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah, I feel like if you like lift weights a lot, because I've done CrossFit and different things in the past, and then all of a sudden you stop, like your body like hurts because you can feel yourself losing the muscle. Like if you like stop, and I feel like that's like the worst pain ever. But weight training is amazing. Going on walks. Do you run at all too? I'm like really trying to like get my brain into like interested in running, and I've done some, but it's like not my thing.
Yeah, I've run like 5 or 6 half marathons before.
Yeah, I've done that too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like, I mean, I like it, but I don't think I'll ever be like a distance runner again. I mean, who knows, but it's been fun to just, I mean, I have done so many different things in the past 3.5 years, like, literally everything, like yoga and hip-hop classes and hip boxing and like roller skating, which is terrible. So just like, yeah, it's been fun to just explore different ways to move and to find what feels good to me and what doesn't feel good to me. So
totally learning your body, that's important, so important.
Yeah.
So with Feeding Tube Fitness, what types of things do you offer in regards to like assisting other people?
I get this question a lot, and people are always like, "Oh, you're a personal trainer." I'm like, "No, I'm not.
I'm not.
Not certified. Like, don't talk to me. Like, talk to your doctor. Go to a gym." But I did have some friends 3 years ago be like, "Hey, could you make us like just a 5-day like workout plan?" And I was like, "Oh, sure." So I made a 5-day plan, and I loved it, and I was just giving it away for free. And then I made a 30-day plan, and was giving that away for free too. And I, like 3 years later, turned it into a book, and it's on Amazon now, and you can find the link in my bio.
It's in her bio, guys. Heck yeah. Is that the 30 Days of Movement?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get it, girlfriend. I'm so pumped. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, I've like gotten my husband to do some of it too. It's just all body weight, so you don't need anything. You can do it anywhere.
Totally.
Yeah, it's great, and it's like has pictures of the movement and descriptions, and I tried to make it accessible to everyone in different formats and different styles. So yeah, I'm super proud of it. Like I said, I'm not a trainer, but like I have used it plenty of times and I love it. So I hope other people do too.
Yeah, I mean, that's so cool. I think like the greatest thing about starting a business from like not knowing you're going to start a business is just the fact that that's able to happen. You know, you're just kind of like promoting something that you love. And now all these people think you're so inspirational and cool and want to work out because you work out and like they think you're awesome. So sick. Really, really cool. And the accessibility portion is awesome because, you know, right? Everyone's not the same. Everyone's not able to do the same things. Our bodies are different. It could even be, you know, just like because you're heavier, right? And you have a lot more weight to lose. So you have to start at a different pace than someone who's like 180 pounds versus someone who's 380. Like you just have to start at different paces always. So the accessibility key for different friends or like people with special needs too, it's important. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. So definitely want to check that out. So in regards to like promotion of your fitness, you started out with an Instagram page in regards to just like marketing and kind of like sharing with people what you're up to. Is Instagram like the main social media platform that you use? Are you on TikTok? What else are you using?
Yeah, mostly Instagram, some TikTok.
I feel like I came across.
And I'll do like workouts done the 30 days of fitness and post them.
Yeah.
Or just other workouts I do. Yeah. I'm not like, I don't know, not trying to like market myself. I'm just like, hey, I'm a person who's moving every day, and I hope they're moving every day too. And there's definitely been days where I like still, even after 3.5 years, don't want to move, but I'll have messages from people being like, I moved today because of you, and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm moving today because of you. Like,
right?
It's been really great to have like mutual connectedness and accountability, and it's been really fun.
Totally. Well, even just like in this live, how many people are joining and just like supporting you. Hannah's a badass. Just how much you empower everyone is really, really amazing to watch. And they just continue to pop up. Are you able to see the comments?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sometimes they pop up and sometimes they don't. So.
Yeah.
So, you have a couple different things going on and, you know, an entrepreneur starting your own stuff. So before we dive into some of that, when it comes to starting a business, something that really like gets to people is the financial aspect. Like when I first started doing Chat E, this was like a big one people wanted to know is when you decided to start a business, even if initially you didn't know if it would be profitable or what it would become, and we're just, you know, have to get into the funds. How did you kind of go about funding it? Were you like, okay, I'm gonna take some of my savings and invest in what I want to do, or I have like a separate account, or like, you know, only putting this certain amount of money into my work and then watch it grow as I promote myself and build?
So in terms of student fitness, I had put no money into it because it doesn't
That's good.
any money.
Great. No, that's great.
And then like I spent money to like put that up together and had friends that helped me design the header and stuff. And
Amazing.
now I make money off of it on Amazon, but not a ton. It does not pay any bills at all.
It will not yet, manifest, not yet.
It's okay. I had no desire to like create a second 30 days of movement, like one and done, like.
And that's okay.
It is really fun. So my husband and I own a small business knitting and selling elderberry products. And we have been in business with that since February of 2020. And that did have a lot of startup costs and like just starting an LLC and getting certified with the state and all the things. Mm-hmm. So that was did cost money, and we had done knitting and selling everyday products before we became a legit business. Right. So we had money from that, and then just kind of snowballed everything together, and we have been profitable since day one, and we are still profitable today, and we're halfway there. And it has gotten a lot bigger than we ever anticipated. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, don't have any plans to stop anytime soon.
Yeah, so handcrafted elderberry syrup. And there's all kinds of different products. So I feel like the only thing that I've tried that's elderberry, is elderberry and elderflower the same thing or no?
So it comes from the same plant. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've had like a liqueur and like a drink that was like elderflower, but I've never had elderberry. So how did you, as in regards to all berries or all things that you could be making syrup out of and things of that sort, how did you to decide on using elderberry? I would also love to try that. I'll order some of that as well.
Yeah, I know. My husband and I just like learning how to knit things and trying things on our own. I had totally elderberry syrup like from CVS before when I had a hold, and it totally like my sore throat went away. I felt better like almost instantly the same day. And I was like, oh my gosh. And my husband was like, oh, let's just try to knit it. Let's find some recipes. Because he likes doing stuff like that, just like knitting our own and being self-sufficient.
Yeah.
So we found some recipes and just started trying. And we liked what we made, and it worked. And so we started giving it to friends and family and started selling it just like in our neighborhood and just to people in our area.
Totally.
And it just kind of like blew up from there. Like we had a coffee shop who wanted to sell it in their coffee shop, and we were like, okay. And she was like, oh, you have to be like a legit business. Like you can't just knit this at your house.
Right,
so
right.
I had to find the commercial kitchen and get licensed and all that stuff. And so we did. And yeah, that was like right before everything shut down, which was not a good time we thought to start a business. And it has just taken off.
That's awesome. So wait, I don't know if I'm a little confused. Did you say it's something that you take like to make you feel better, or is it something that you put on food?
So you can do
So it's not like maple syrup that you put on your pancakes.
So it's not thick like that. You can put it on, like my kids put it like on top of yogurt and pancakes and ice cream.
And it's still yummy on top of things of that sort.
Yeah, so we use elderberry, cinnamon, cloves, ginger, and raw honey. So it has a really nice taste to it.
Right.
And yeah, elderberries themselves have a lot of immune boosting properties, so it's really good for colds and flus and things like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not super familiar, so that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd be interested in trying it on some pancakes or yogurt or something. Sounds good to me.
It also mixes super great in like smoothies and protein shakes and cocktails. We have a whole cocktail menu on our website.
Is it kind of like, I saw that actually. Is it kind of like agave-ish? Like, you know, like agave syrup that you might use on things, like with a different flavor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'm understanding more. I saw the cocktails though. Very cool. Okay, cool. So, in regards to other than fitness and creating things out of elderberry, what other hobbies do you have, or what other things do you like to do?
Being outside, we had a huge garden and obviously 10,000 animals. So
Literally.
Being outside, I know, that's how I feel. Being outside. I mean, I had 4 kids, so I'm like always busy, like
Yeah, 4 kids is a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah, and just hanging out with friends, going to the pool and the river, and just living it.
Living life, I know, especially when it's getting warm. You can't be like being outside. You have to be in some form of water because it's so humid and hot. You can't handle it otherwise.
I know.
Yeah, no, totally get that. So the other day, on your profile, I actually reposted it on my story, but I saw that like someone had responded to you something super negative, and I think that like, you know, you address things appropriately, but when you do receive negative feedback in regards to the way people are speaking to you, or just people aren't mean sometimes, how do you respond, for anyone that hasn't seen it or anything that I've missed in the past, how do you respond to negativity?
So number one, I tend to not care.
No, good. Heck yeah.
I appreciate the nice people on the internet that I don't know, and I don't care about the mean people on the internet I don't know.
Preach, yep.
So, you know, like, other people's opinions and thoughts about you, like, don't matter. So I'm like, okay, like, whether, like, you're, like, ignorant or dumb or whatever. But recently I have started calling people out. Sometimes by name, sometimes not by name. Not because I want all my followers to go, like, attack me. Like, I'm not trying to, like,
sure,
hear hate with more hate. But oftentimes want people to know the kinds of things that people say to disabled people. And because, I mean, I don't think people assume that it's always like that it oftentimes is.
Sure.
And yeah, people who are disabled, like, get treated like crap often, and so I like to call it out. And be like, no, this is like, these are things that real people say to me, who's a real person too.
Right, absolutely.
And so, somewhat to raise awareness, somewhat just because it's time to call people out who are being stupid, because
sure.
if you're going to be stupid in a public forum like social media, then I think you deserve to be called out on it.
I could not agree with you more. You're an amazing advocate. It's so admirable. I'm a special educator and have worked a lot with like young adults with special needs and different things, some friends who are nonverbal with autism and different disabilities. And, you know, like, especially when they don't have a voice, someone has to be there for them to support them if they can't. And you can, and you are capable of so much, which is amazing. And you're proving that. And the only reason anyone has the audacity to talk to you like that is because they're hiding behind a screen. They would never say it to your face. So it's so unfortunate that people would speak to you that way. And I'm so sorry. I saw that and like reposted it on my story. And I was like, try again, guys. Like, just negativity, like calling it out, not going to happen. But, you know, I'm so sorry that someone would speak to you like that. But it is so, like I said, admirable that you stood up for yourself like that, because you can and you should, and people should know you're a person and you're not going to take that crap, because that is not appropriate, not fine, and just like, you're only saying that because you're not going to like have to be confronted about it in person. So respectful, super, they were not respectful, but you standing your ground was really, really cool. So yeah, my thoughts on that. I could go on all day. I was just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's just totally ridiculous. And sometimes not all the time, sometimes I'll tell my kids the things people say to me on the internet, to be like, okay, I don't care what you do in life, that you're not going to be a person that bullies other people on the internet. So like, we are learning these lessons all day, every day in this house. And I think, I don't know what I'm doing as a parent, but I tell my 10-year-old these things. I'm like, this is what somebody said, essentially to my face, because it's on my profile, like in their hands. And like, this is not okay, and we are not going to be people that do things like this in person or on the internet.
Period.
So my kids are having lots of life lessons because of people on the internet who don't know how to behave.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's how you learn and grow, is through experience and things that happen to you or things that happen to the people that you care about. So unfortunately, sometimes that's how it has to happen and it has to come across, but they know better. Like, they would never dare to do that, you know? And so as hurtful as words can be, you do learn from it always. So, but it is mean and not okay ever. So you are a writer. Other than the 30 Days of Movement, do you have anything else that you've written or worked on that you'd like to share about?
I am in the process of writing a memoir, and I have a whole legitimate book proposal that I send out to agents a few times a week, and then they tell me that they're not interested, and I get sad about it. So, if anyone out here is a literary agent, I am trying to have a book published. Yeah, I mean, it'll happen, and I'm excited for the day that it does happen. I can publish my memoir, and we'll see. But yeah, I'm very actively trying to get a book deal with somebody.
You will. That's the thing. It just hasn't been the right person yet. That's the reason it hasn't been signed, but it will happen. Patience is a virtue. You probably heard that so many times, and it just sucks to wait sometimes, but it'll happen. The right person, and that's exciting.
Yeah, it's really fun. Like, But sometimes I did it, but in between sending it out, and then I read through the proposal again, and I'm like, yes, like, this is a good book. Like, it's
Right.
going to be so awesome. Like, I'm so proud of it already, and yeah, it'll happen. But,
It'll happen 100%. How long ago did you finish it?
so I haven't finished the book, just the proposal, and just
Okay.
writing in the meantime.
Right.
I started sending it to agents probably like in February. So.
Okay, so recent of this year.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't that long ago, like, and they're probably all backed up with COVID too, trying to figure life out. So no excuses though, no excuses. But
Yeah. It's like hard to do all the work and writing the whole proposal, and it's like 45 pages of like all the things.
right.
So it's like so much work and so much hype to like get it done, and then like nothing has happened since then. And I'm like, oh, but it'll happen, and it's there. So I'm excited.
Yeah, you should be. And I mean, just like you said, Feeding Tube Fitness you had no intention of it being what it is now, and then all of a sudden you have like 30,000+ followers on Instagram, a community of people who support you and love you. So timing is everything. So, and the right people come into your life at the right time.
Yeah.
I'm told this all the time too, as I like build and meet people and expand and network. So I'm saying it because I hear it all the time too. In the right time, it'll just like explode and be wonderful. So
I know. It's
good things. So if you were to describe yourself in 3 words, you can also use words that other people might use to describe you, but maybe more so words that you would use to describe yourself, and why. What would they be?
My first word would be honest. I am super honest. If you head out on Feeding Tube Fitness at all, you know that I'm super honest, and I'm not afraid to talk about hard things, and I'm not afraid to call people out. I'm not afraid to call myself out.
Right.
So, super honest. I would also say that in 2020, I think I have a good sense of humor. I don't
Key to life.
it to me. Yeah. And I would also say I am compassionate. Like I said, I am a disability rights advocate that I'm trained, so I spend all day every day advocating for people with disabilities all across Virginia, and but in their own life, advocating for myself and being compassionate with myself and compassionate. Hold on. My children are being in the way.
You're good.
As I'm talking about how compassionate I am, I'm like, shut up.
It's okay.
Compassionate towards myself and my family, and forever and always hoping to foster more kids and adopt more kids. So I am compassionate despite it being 9 o'clock and my children being crazy.
Right. I mean, being a foster mom, adoptive mom is amazing, is huge. And compassion, being funny, all that stuff is important, and I feel like finding grace for yourself and for other people when things don't go your way, they're not going on your timing. And like we keep saying, like being an advocate for yourself and for other people, but for those two who don't have a voice, and just being like, focus on what I can do, not what I can't. Like, that's the biggest thing. And I think what people who have never had a friend with a disability, or an encounter with someone with a disability, they assume that there's things that you can't do. And even though you might do certain things differently than I would, it doesn't mean you can't do it. And in a lot of things we do the exact same. So the focus on ability is it's key. It's everything. So Period. What made you decide to become a foster mom? How did that kind of like come into play with you and your husband?
So when we were dating, I just dated before that dating, I did all this genetic testing with all my medical stuff to see if anything was genetic, and it wasn't, and nothing, and that it was genetic, and that we just, because of my feeding tube, in my stomach,
Yeah.
then nobody could tell me what would happen with my feeding tube, but
if you were to get pregnant, you mean?
But because when you get pregnant, your belly gets bigger, and I had a hole in my belly, and doctors were like, oh, we don't know. And I was like, well, that's a terrible answer.
And that's not helpful at all. What the heck? Oh my gosh.
So that was like immediately off the table. And just because we're not like doing a science experiment with a baby inside, but that's not a thing that we're going to try.
That's ridiculous. They didn't have an answer as to what would happen if you got pregnant with a feeding tube?
Mm-mm. And I'm sure that we could have talked to other doctors that like that was enough to like turn us off the process in general. So we're like, okay, like not a thing.
Forget it. Right. I get that.
So we had talked about fostering when we like early on in dating, and my husband Brandon was like, yeah, like sounds good to me. So yeah, we started the process in November 2018, and we got licensed in April 2019, and have had a lot of kids in our house since then.
That's cool. And did you say some of them you have adopted or you have not yet?
Yeah, so we have adopted a 14-year-old son. We adopted it. The adoption took a long time, like a year and a half. And he was finally adopted in April this year. And we are in the process for other kids in our house as well.
Wow, that's amazing. Congrats. That's super exciting.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's absolute baloney, though. I cannot believe that they had no idea what would happen. That's nuts.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm sure there's other doctors in the country that know about it. But I was like, okay, no. I literally sat there and asked her, like, okay, like, what will happen with my feeding tube? And she was like, oh, it's okay, like, you can just eat more. And I was like, yeah, like, what's physically going to happen when the skin stretches? And she was like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, okay, bye.
Okay, bye. I mean, that's wild. There's no doubt in my mind that people who have feeding tubes have been pregnant before, so.
Yeah, I did a lot of research, and there had been, but it was just not a thing that, like, my whole life has been, like, medical experience after medical experience, and I'm still here, so I'm grateful that I'm still alive, but
Me too, yeah.
after 30 years, like, I'm tired of being a test patient at a lot of things, so I've said, no, thank you, not a thing.
Yeah, advocating for yourself once again. And there, you know, you can still have your babies, you can still have your kids and kids in your house and all that and make it work. So sounds like a good choice.
Yeah, and then there's like 500,000 kids in foster care that need homes, like
so many
homes. So like it just makes sense to us.
Help you take care of those 10 million animals.
It's true.
They probably love that. Oh my gosh, big old farm.
Yes.
So yeah, good for you. So what are your goals for the future, just regarding feeding tube fitness and just anything else that you're working on? Well, first of all, is that your like full-time gig? Do you like work somewhere else, or is that what you do full-time?
Oh no, I'm a disability rights advocate for the state of Virginia. So I have a full-time job. This is not my full-time job. I wish that would be great.
You'll make it happen in the future, no doubt. If it's what you want, make it work.
Yeah, definitely the goal is obviously to get a book deal. Like, I would love to be a published author. I know I can self-publish, but I really want to try to get a traditional book deal right now.
Yeah.
And that's about it. My goal is to dive in every day with all the things that we do.
Yeah, living your life, doing your thing. I feel like you have a lot of really exciting things going on, have accomplished a lot, and have a lot of really exciting things to look forward to in the future as well.
Yeah, and life is, like, my life is amazing and incredible, and like I said, like, I had no idea this account would ever blow up, and
Sure, of course. That's great. Cool.
yeah, I'm
And
just really grateful for everything I did.
those are the most exciting times when it happens because you have no expectation for anything in specific, right? And all of a sudden you wake up and you're like, who are these 10,000 people that want to see my life?
I know, it's so wild.
So crazy. So for people that want to follow you who maybe did not already, where can they find you on social media, as well as check out your elderberry syrup, your 30 days of movement, and all of that jazz? I will tag it below when we're finished.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, on here they can find it at season2.fitness. For elderberry, they can find it at Hannah's Handcrafted LLC. It's mostly just pictures of me and my husband doing dumb things, making elderberry syrup. It's fun.
Oh, you posted it. You're amazing. Okay, cool.
Yes, and if you want to buy elderberry syrup, I'll put that in the comments as well. My website is just handcrafted.hannah.com.
So exciting. Seriously. So multifaceted. Many things happening in your life.
Always.
So yeah, that's the way to do it. Stay busy, dream big, and then it just happens, one by one. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
So for anyone afraid of going after a new dream, or maybe they got started but aren't really sure about their next step, what tips can you give for those people, or just advocates, people in our world at this time?
I would say, honestly, like, this sounds really cheesy to say, but like, life is too short to not try new things and to not do things that make you happy.
Totally.
Like, even like today, like, it doesn't make sense that we have two goats, but like, it makes us happy, and it's like really fun.
So why not have
goats? Yeah, like, I had two goats, So it's like do the things that are like unconventional, and like, I'm 30 years old and I don't have any other 30-year-old friends that have 4 teenage boys. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's unconventional, but it's like the best thing that my husband and I have ever done. So don't be scared to do the things that you want to do.
Totally. I think that's great advice. Hannah, you are a shining light. I'm so glad that we got to connect. Such a strong woman, strong advocate, strong mom, wife, everything, friend. I'm going to go check out everything and we'll text you with any questions that I have. But I'm going to go get some syrup and your book. So excited for you in your future for this book deal. I'll be looking out so that I can order that. Is it an ebook or like a book?
No, I think it's a book or an ebook, so you can do either one.
Oh, perfect. Oh my gosh, lovely. Sounds so good. So this episode of Chat E will be available on my Instagram. I can send it to you, and we'll also send you a link of it when it's posted on my YouTube channel at Elko Community Building if you want to share it. But you are wonderful. Keep doing your thing, and I'm so glad that we got to connect.
Thank you so much for taking the time to do this, and then I'm so sorry I was late.
Literally, no worries.
And,
Totally okay. I'm a teacher, like I told you, so working on the fly and changing things up, I have to be flexible. And I was excited to talk to you, so it's not a big deal at all. This was my evening plan, so we are golden.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate that. This is so
Of
fun.
course. Yeah, it was so fun. Have an awesome night. Keep those goats safe, and I will talk to you soon.
Bye, Ellie.
Bye. See you later.